Hi guys, what's going on? Hosting here, and today we're going to be looking at the NEX updates that have just happened recently. If you've never done NEX before, then there's going to be a guide in the description. It's going to link you to a forum thread that will basically tell you everything you need to know about the new NEX update. To get there, all you need to do is go to the teleport master and then go to God Wars dungeon. Make sure you select kill count in the selection screen once you press God Wars. So head south until you find the frozen door, and you'll be asked if you want to teleport into the Zaros layer. So from there you want to be killing ancient warriors. You only need 10 of these to actually get through to the next area. It doesn't take too long, but it's recommended to use mage whilst doing this. If you have an ancient key, you can skip this part. Now it's possible to get ancient keys from God Wars boss drops such as Bandos, Zilyana, Armadil, and the Zamarok God Wars boss as well. So you'll get 3 charges per key, and it basically lets you enter instantly without having to get the Zaros kill count. Okay, so I've got the key, so I'm just going to enter the wall instantly. So from here you want to basically get your gear set up. I'd recommend taking overloads as well as a lot of brews and restores. There's also a frozen warrior in this area. When you actually press on it, it will link you to the guide. So if you want to find out how to actually kill NEX effectively, then I'd suggest pressing that. Before I actually do this next battle as a duo, I'm going to show you a trio battle, and it's kind of like a tutorial. Hi guys, we're currently doing a trio now for NEX. So we've got some supplies with the pack servant, so we've got a bunch of brews and restores in here, so just in case we need them. Maybe we'll need them, I'm not too sure, but we've got 3 people and we're about to go in. Yeah, this is my gear setup. So I've got Serpentine Helm, we're using Ruby Dragon Bolts with an Abdul Crossbow, an Elijah Spirit Shield, Pernix, Pegasians, Hulkans, and of course a Neighbours Assembler with a Ring of Warfire. So we're just going to overload up now, and I'm just going to brew till I get over max health and protect mage. Whilst we're going into the first phase, you want to protect mage, and in the second phase you want to protect range, but I'll talk about that a bit more when we actually get there. Try not to stand next to anyone because you can take additional damage on some other phases. I just keep that as a general rule in case like it does happen. I mean, we just need to burn it down 1000 health, and then we're going to be killing Fumus for the first phase. I'd say try not to stand in the middle because sometimes he does this charge and it can take quite a lot of health. Someone got hit there for quite a lot just for standing in the way, which isn't really that good because you want to try and preserve as much health as possible as the waves kind of progressively get harder as you go along. Just try not to get stacked out by that. If you stay along the edges you should be fine. And also make sure your prayer is up as well. Oh, we need to kill Fumus now. My bad, I wasn't paying attention. But you want to basically go to the northeast corner and just burn down Fumus as quick as possible. Make sure you do this as soon as you can but yeah, keep an eye out in the chat box because it will tell you which minion you need to defeat to progress to the next wave. Okay, so once Fumus is dead, you want to switch to protect range because we're now in the range phase and he's going to be casting shadow damage against you. Try not to stand in the black dots that appear on the floor because they will damage you over time, and it's just not really, you know, if you want to preserve your supplies then you need to keep moving around during this phase. Don't worry about using restores too much. I'd say save those if you actually need prayer, but if you've overloaded then it shouldn't matter too much in terms of reduced stats. Okay, so now we're going to kill Umbra, which is in the southeastern corner. And once we've killed Umbra, I believe we can go back into protect mage because the range phase will now be over. A good way to identify if you're in the range phase is that the screen goes quite a bit darker, so just keep an eye out for that. You don't really need to pay too much attention. Obviously you're going to be able to tell if the screen's darker, so as soon as that happens, protect range, and when it goes back to normal, just protect mage again. Okay, so this third phase is I believe it's a blood phase, but basically during this phase you can heal quite a lot. So when you actually see the blood veil spawn like this, you want to take those down as soon as possible. Also, if you turn into one of these, I'm not sure what it's called, but basically be wearing red robes. As soon as that happens, you want to just keep running around until that ends. So yeah, it's important to try not let the blood veils kill you whilst you're doing this. Okay, we've run out of overload, so if you do run out of overload, just take another sip of it and just heal to full whilst you're doing it. It's important to stay healed whilst you're overloading because you don't want to get stacked out by NEX. So whilst we're killing NEX, let's just take a quick look at the drop table to see what kind of loot you can get. So obviously it's going to be dropping NEX gear, yeah, so you can get a mixture of Pernix, Virtus and Torva, and obviously those will have different rarities depending on how lucky you are. You can get a rare 1 07 GP, which is real 07 gold, and you can also get the NEX pet, which is pretty cool. So there's a bunch of supplies on here as well. I'll actually show you the NEX pet at the end of the video. It's really cool if you've not seen it already. Okay, so now we've got to kill Cura. So I believe during this next phase you can potentially get trapped in a ice square. It's like kind of a barrier thing that appears around you. What will happen during that is your prayer will be turned off. So as soon as it happens, you want to make sure you flick your prayer back on and basically heal as much as possible. So as you can see, you know, I've just had my prayer switched off and I'm just rebrewing just to keep that health up. Yeah, so this phase you want to make sure that your prayer is staying low. Okay, so now we've got to kill Glacies, which is the last minion. Whilst killing Glacies, obviously keep a lookout because he can still get you in the ice barrage thing if you're unlucky. See, I got caught in it myself. So on this last phase you want to stick to the outer circle of the next area. Try not to go in the middle because he'll charge you as soon as you do. So you want to stay as close to next as possible. It's the easiest method during this phase if you want to kill it quickly. Overall though, I think the phases for next are pretty on point. It's not like you're just going to be killing next and rotating around the circle. There's actually quite a lot of interesting mechanics that you need to follow in order to actually kill the boss. Okay, so next is dead. Got 64 rune bars and you're guaranteed to get an XP lamp as well once you kill next. But anyways, I hope this video did help you guys out. I know next can be quite tricky, but it gets easier along the way if you do it a few times. So big thanks to Hallam for actually duoing next with me. Also, if you've not seen the next pet before, this is what it looks like in game. It's called Baby NEX and it looks absolutely insane. If you keep it out long enough, you'll see it actually does quite a lot of emotes as well as dialogues as well, which I found pretty cool. But yeah, I think it's definitely one of the nicest looking pets in the game so far. So for this week's giveaway, I'm going to be giving away an Abdul crossbow as well as a pair of Pegasian boots. If you want a chance to win these, then all you have to do is comment your Lunaris in-game name, like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you in the next video.